recently down in Iowa, so not far from here. I think it was near Anamosa, Iowa. But the jury awarded that woman and her family $35 million. And that was a side underride. And what happened in that case, it was a very foggy day, and the truck driver was trying to make a left-hand turn across on a 4-lane highway. And so he was having to cross 2 lanes of traffic to get onto the other side. And I believe the speed limit there was 65 miles per hour. And he couldn't see whether there was cars coming, and he pulled out, and this young woman ran into the side of the trailer between the rear axles on the tractor and the axles on the trailer. So true side underride, and there was no underride protection on that because they're not required in the U.S. And so that was a claim against the trucking company and probably the trucker for not just pulling off the road instead of kind of a dangerous crossing across 65 miles per hour highway, especially in the fog. I had a case in the past that was not totally dissimilar, but again, it was a left-hand turn that a dump truck was trying to make across 2 lanes of a 4-lane highway, and I believe the speed limit there was only 55. In this case, it was 65, and the loaded dump truck pulled out of a quarry. This was down in Iowa, and my client was driving a pickup truck on his way home for work and slammed into the rear axles of the dump truck because the dump truck pulled out in front of him. And one of the things I learned in that case is that left-hand turns are especially dangerous for trucks because you make cars very vulnerable, especially for side underride. But it takes a long time, especially if you're coming from a stop and you're loaded. And this was just a dump truck. A truck and trailer is much longer. And so left-hand turns are very dangerous and generally discouraged when it comes to trucking. And so in that case, I think the evidence that the plaintiffs and their lawyers presented is they should have never been attempting this dangerous maneuver, especially under foggy conditions. And so that's how they ended up with a $35 million verdict. Again, I'll have the details on this in the Substack article if you want to read more about that.